Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack, this is Jthbooks, and I'm here to talk today about 10 books I want to read before the end of the year. So we are slowly creeping towards the end of the year here. We're running out of time. I haven't had the best reading year. Not saying that the books have been like bad, but I haven't read as much as I normally do. I'm around sort of the 60-ish mark, I think, and normally I read 110. Around 105 to 110, so I'm not going to reach those dizzying heights this year. But I still want to do 10 before the end because it's a nice little goal to set. They're books I've been wanting to read for a long time, or some I've found out about recently and would like to read them, or some have just come out, all those reasons. Us book lovers have books. And yeah, shall we just crack on and talk about the 10 I would like to read for the end of the year? And how many think I'll actually read, though? Let me know. How many? Come on. No, actually, don't let me know, because we both know the chances are I'll probably be 0. But you never know. I really would like to read some of these, so let's find out. So first up, I would like to read The Prophet Song by Paul Lynch. Now, this won the Booker Prize in 2023, and I have read the entire long list for the Booker Prize this year, and I absolutely loved it. I just loved the whole process. I've logged the whole thing. It was just so much fun, and it's really inspired me to read more Booker books. I did actually want to sort of do a thing before I read the books this year to see if I was a Booker boy, see if we were wasting my time. But I think we now know I'm a Booker boy and I can do it. So I want to read some of the previous winners, and this one won, and I know a lot of people loved it as well. Sometimes, the winners or the books, they're not to everyone's taste, but I really, really remember people really, really loving this one. I don't know much what it's about, but and I don't want to know. I actually don't want to know. I want to keep it a surprise. But I really would like to read this one by the end of the year. Do I? Yeah, I will. Next up, I would like to read Passion Tide by Monique Roffey. This came out in paperback this year, and I picked it up because I read The Mermaid of Black Conch by this author, and I adored it. It wasn't in my top 10 books of the year, but it probably should have been. I just loved it. I loved how it was written. I loved the writing style. I just loved the story. And sometimes you read a book and you say, oh, whatever this author is going to write next, I will read. That is what happened to me with The Mermaid of Black Conch. So when I saw this out in paperback, I absolutely had to pick it up. And I would like to read it to see if I am a Monique Roffey fan, if I'm a stan, if I am, one of her best fans, or if it was just a one-off. Because I've only read the one book by her. So I'd really, really like to pick this one up soon. Next, I would like to read A Minor Chorus, a novel by Billy Ray Belcourt. So many people have recommended this to me. I've heard so many people say how wonderful it is and how brilliant it is. And I own another one of his books that I still haven't read any of them. And it's a short thing. It could be read. It's like 160 pages. It could be read in a day by some people, probably not by me. I was probably a bit extreme there to say that, but I just need to read it. I've heard such great things about it, and I don't know why I never pick it up. And this can be done because it's a short one. I have faith in myself for this one. You're probably absolutely sick of this one because I mention them all the time, but it is the next book in the Game of Thrones series, A Storm of Swords, A Steel and Snow, book 1. It's a book split into 2 because it's so obscenely large. But I made a vow to myself, to you, and to the universe that I was going to read and be caught up with the series by the end of the year. At least the ones I own. There might be another one, but I own another 2 after this one. And I said I was going to do it, so I needed to read 1 a month from September. We're now in October, and I haven't read any more. So I am behind. I was about to go back on my vow, but you can't really do that, can you? I guess married people get divorced, and that's going back on their vow. Did I really just relate not reading the book to a divorce? That was bizarre. Now I'm thinking to myself, just read the one. See, gone back on my vow. You never know. I could be inspired to do it. As you know, at the minute I've got a lot of free time, so I could do it. But at least one. Otherwise, I really let myself down, you lot down, and the universe down. And I don't want that on my shoulders, Next, I would like to read The Blackwater Lightship by Colm Tobin. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Colm Tobin. I really enjoyed Brooklyn. I loved Brooklyn, and I liked his sequel, Long Island. I really quite enjoyed that one too. But some other things I read by him I haven't loved, but I do own another 4 of his books. I didn't love The Magician by him, so I'm at a do I love him, do I not? Do I need to stop buying his books? Because you know, like I said, I've got 4 of these Picador Classic collections now, so I really do need to do something about it. But I don't know what this one's about. It could be any of them. I could switch this specific book out for another Colm Tobin book, which one takes my fancy. But at the minute, when I'm recording this, this is the one that takes my fancy. I just want to read another Colm Tobin book and see if I do actually like him or not. You know, I need to decide. I need to decide. And if you've been here a while, you know deciding it's not my strongest forte. I'm really expecting book mail today, but I haven't ordered anything and nothing's been sent to me, so I don't know why I think that, but I really am expecting it. Now, earlier this year, I read East of Eden by John Steinbeck because you all voted for me to read it, and I loved it. It's still in one of my top books of the year. And I have read another John Steinbeck book way back, nearly 2 decades ago? Oh my God, when I was in school, and it was Of Mice and Men. And I would like to read this, reread it. I remember it was a parents' evening and I was meeting my teacher. She was my favourite teacher. She was just great, and she retired and I was so devastated. And I stayed behind to say goodbye to her and we had a little hug. But she said to my parents at parents' evening, she said, we're going to be reading Of Mice and Men next year and I think he's really going to like it. And I do remember being really moved. I remember we read the book, we watched the film, and I would like to see if I still like it. I just enjoyed East of Eden so much, so I'd like to read this. Of course, there is another one, isn't there? Grapes of Wrath, but I don't own that one. But it's a little sliver of a thing. I would just like to see if I still like it. If it's overtakes East of Eden as my favourite book by him, I don't know. But I will say, this is from school. I actually kept this from school, so I kept this. I kept Dracula. I kept 1984, and I kept another one. Oh, I can't remember what it was now. What is it? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I've still got this, because I was supposed to give them all back, but I didn't. Then we have a modern classics. We have Another Country by James Baldwin. Spoken about this before. I love Giovanni's Room. It's one of my favourite books, and I sort of class him as a favourite writer of mine, but I've only read one of his books, and that seems a little preposterous. I do own another one of his. It's something about a train. Is it something about a train? I do own that one. I don't own If Beale Street Could Talk. So again, a bit like the Colm Tobin one, it could be switched out. It could be, it could be the other James Baldwin book going. But right now, Another Country, it seems to be a favourite of his after Giovanni's Room. It's one people really seem to enjoy. So I would definitely like to read this and just see if I love his writing as much as I love Giovanni's Room. Next up we have, with the receipt still in it and the sticker still on it, we have I Can't Even Think Straight by Dean Atter. I loved Dean Atter. I loved Dean Atter. I loved Dean Atter. I loved the Black Flamingo. I loved it so much I could remember its name. Title. Oh, what's happened to me all of a sudden? I loved it. It got me out of a month reading slump once, and there and then I vowed to read everything he's done. I read his other YA non-fiction. I've read his book of poetry. I've read his memoir. So I'm a fan. And I brought this one, but I haven't read it yet. And it's unlike me. Normally when I get a Dean Atter in my hands, I'm taking the sticker off. And it came off. But I only got half price. When I normally read them straight away, but I haven't. So I would definitely like to read this one soon. I'm not a massive YA reader anymore, but I will go back to the genre for Dean Atter. I think he does it so well. His books often includes poetry, not always, but often written in verse, and I love it. I just love his writing, so let's hope I get it done. Then we have Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. Now, this may have been on many lists like this before when it comes to me. I'm scared to read this one because it's a 5-star prediction. It's a 5-star... Oh, I just said that. It's a 5-star prediction. I just assume it's going to be a 5-star, and I'm a bit scared of being let down by it. I know some people absolutely love it. I literally saw a video on the internet today saying that for like 2 months in this bookstore in New York, this is their bestseller. And I also saw a little clip of someone saying there was a twist, which I didn't know anything about. I still don't, so don't tell me. But yeah, this is probably what I'm most scared of, just in the sense that I would like to love it and I want to feel the way other people feel about it. So, I'm a little bit nervous, but I do really need to read it because it's read it in paperback and I brought the hardback. At the beginning of 2022, I made a vow to myself that I was going to read one non-fiction book a month, and I'd done it for years. And then the reading went bad, I stopped, and I haven't read a non-fiction since. I haven't picked one up, and I don't like that. I want to get back in it. So my last one is a non-fiction, and it is Deep House, the gayest love story ever told by Jeremy Atherton Lynn. Now, when I was doing my one non-fiction a month, I read his other book, which was a book. It was called something. And it's not going to tell me in here. That's fun, isn't it? Why does it not say? It used to say. It's not telling me. Gay Bar. It was called Gay Bar. And I loved it. I really, really loved it. I am someone that can struggle with non-fiction, but I really loved that one. So I have high hopes for this one. I bought a signed copy, which still has a sticker on, which I'm not brave enough to take this one off like I just did the other one. No, definitely not. Definitely not. That's a bad idea. But yeah, I would really like to pick this one up and soonish and yeah, get back on the non-fiction train because I think non-fiction's really brilliant and great and it should be read and I should be doing it. So there we have it, my 10 books before the end of the year, which is it's creeping up. It's creeping up. Let me know. Well, you don't have to let me know 10 books. I would understand if you like Jack. That's a bit much. You know, I can't stand here, well, sit and list 10 books. But let me know one book you'd like to read before the end of the year. I say it every time. I love hanging a chat with you all in the comments. It's why I do this. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. That like button really, really helps. It's just a little click, I promise. And I'm going to speak to you all really, really soon.